So, this was our first time in Latin America. Honestly, we had zero clue what to expect. All we had was Google Translate and a bunch of random travel tips, mostly be careful and don't stay out too late. We landed in Mexico City feeling a little nervous, but also kind of excited. Yeah, that happened. This video is our honest take on Mexico City. We stayed in a hotel in Escandon, a quiet local neighborhood. The room was about $70 a night, clean and comfy with a big bed and everything we needed. They do serve a nice breakfast with Mexican dishes, including fresh fruits. 先早上4点半，我们等一下5点报的热气球的团会来接我们。My friend was a bit nervous about taking off, but honestly, it was so smooth, we barely felt anything. We floated up slowly, silently, and then came the sunrise. Wow, dozens of hot air balloons lighting up the valley, like giant lanterns floating in the dark. The breeze, the fields, the pyramids far in the distance. It didn't feel real, almost too pretty, too amazing, too calm and make us speechless. After landing, we thought we'd go straight to the ruins, but nope, there's a tequila tasting arranged at 9 a.m.
These guys grow up very, very slowly, between 10, maybe 12 years to be mature. So,
they walked us through the agave plant, this spiky blue-green plant that's kind of the mother of all Mexican spirits. We learned it's not just for drinks. In some parts of Mexico, people also use agave fibers to make textiles. Then came the samples, tequila, mezcal, and pulque.
Wow, this is pulque.
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 It's from that plant.
No, it's liqueur.
And it's also sour and
I can't compare it to anything else I've ever had. It's sort of sweet, sort of sour.
This one's different. It's made with a flaky pearl.
有点像甜蜜酒，但它很稠、很黏、很甜酸。Let's just say we were feeling extra cheerful by the time we reached the pyramids. OK， 同志们，现在我们就在特奥蒂瓦坎古城遗址。This is one of the largest ancient cities in the Americas, and no one really knows who built it. The Pyramid of the Sun is massive. You can't climb it anymore, but the scale is still overwhelming when you walk around it. 这个是太陽金字塔，我後面。然後你看，站到這上面是可以看到遠處的這個小的是月亮金字塔。然後你看遠處的這些類似於龐貝古城，哎，就是之前官宦人家的住址，而且說是每戶就是每個地址，每棟房子只住一戶。These the old houses for the rich people, like so these two sides.
Exactly, very near rich people. Go far, medium, and low class.
It was really hot walking around, not just because of the temperature, but because there's barely any shade, just open stone and sunlight. So don't forget to bring your sunscreen. 刚才导游还跟我们講，其實這兩個它中文翻譯叫金字塔，英文也叫 pyramid， 但其實它們不是埃及的那種金字塔，因為金字塔上面是帶尖的，但是這兩個它們上邊是平的，就是它是其實是古城的大型祭祀場所。There were lots of tourists, but still it doesn't feel chaotic. Maybe because the site is so large. It felt strange walking through a place that's been standing here for nearly 2,000 years, with so few answers about the people who built it. After walking under the sun for hours, we were starving. Lunch was included and surprisingly good. We had traditional Mexican dishes, including something I'd never tried before, cactus. Tangy, crunchy, I loved it right away. The whole tour lasted nearly 8 hours. We were exhausted, a little sunburned, but it was 100% definitely worth it. After coming back to the city, we took a short break. and then headed out again. We camped to a popular taco chain called El Califa. It was our first real taco experience in Mexico.
Wow, these are tacos. 现烤的玉米饼，好棒！ This is so nice. They give you something like this so you can put your bag and clothes on. It's really nice.
This was my first taco in Mexico, and it was nothing like the ones I had before. The meat was freshly grilled and smoky, the tortilla soft and warm. They gave us a bunch of different salsas, and the guacamole, oh my god, was incredible. We even tried cactus salad again. Love it.
这个红色的是有点像糊糊的辣椒酱，全是辣的，我的天呐，中国人来这儿吃也太满足了。然后这个是甜辣酱，真的是4种辣椒酱不一样的一口法。
我好绝了，是吧？
After an early dinner, we went for a walk around Roma and Condesa. Honestly, it surprised us on the first day. These neighborhoods felt safe, calm, and very walkable. You see joggers, people walking their dogs, cute cafes everywhere. It almost reminded us of Europe, not at all like the warnings we heard before coming here.
墨西哥的插头是这样的，需要带一个转换插头，和欧标是不一样的。
We left the hotel around 7 a.m. It was a public holiday, and the streets were unusually quiet.
刚才看到很多街边的美食摊，他们都已经开始准备了。
We walked past a small tortilla shop in the morning. A machine was pressing out hot corn tortillas non-stop. Some were fried into triangle chips, sold in bags with homemade sauces like chili oil and green salsa. You smell the corn before you even see the shop. We wandered into a local supermarket. Even early in the morning, fresh products were already fully stocked.
就1公斤的话是5欧左右，哇，1公斤5欧，好便宜啊，猪肉。How do you say it? Buena?
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buenos días. Gracias. Buenos días.
I don't speak Spanish, but thankfully Italian is close enough to get me through the aisles. There were rows of jalapenos in all shapes and packaging. Even the snacks and nuts came in chili flavors. Spicy, sour, smoked. It seems like Mexico has found a way to add chili to almost everything.
阿姨卖的三明治。我们现在到墨西哥已经第2天了，基本上没有用现金，餐厅吃的话全都可以刷卡，超市也都可以刷卡。
Back at the hotel, we tried cooked cactus.
我刚才上网查了一下，说仙人掌其实它本身就是带有酸度的微酸口感，所以它没有腌制过，好神奇啊！它吃的真的像腌制的口感。
对，而且这几道菜它
酸度都一样，
对，酸度都一样。
那它就是 natural， 就本来就带的自然酸度，好好吃啊！这个，哇，神奇！
而且他们会用它来炒蛋、炒鸡蛋。
我们已经连续3顿，每顿都在吃仙人掌，沙拉、炒菜，然后这个是煎的，就都吃了，好吃。
We started our morning in the center of it all, Zócalo, one of the largest public squares in the world, officially called Plaza de la Constitución. But what caught our attention wasn't how big it was. It was a mix of things happening here. Huge flags waving in the wind, old stone buildings, police vans parked nearby, vendors selling different stuff right outside the cathedral. We walked into the Metropolitan Cathedral without realizing at first that it's the oldest and largest cathedral in Latin America. Late March is jacaranda season in Mexico City, a tree with bright purple flowers. It only lasts a few weeks, but during that time, the city is dotted with purple everywhere, a soft contrast to the gray buildings and the busy roads. We made our way into one of the fabric shopping centers nearby. In Mexico, fabric stores like this are still part of daily life. It's clear that the local textile business is still very much alive. My friend even found a beautiful piece of fabric for a scarf. It only cost 28 pesos. We passed by the House of Tiles, a historic building covered in blue and white tiles, right in the heart of downtown, now turned into a bustling cafe and restaurant. It's very hard to get a seat inside without booking in advance, but worth peeking in just for the interior. Yes, there is also a Chinatown in Mexico City, or what locals call Barrio Chino. It's just 2 blocks with red lanterns, Chinese signs, and restaurants. But honestly, we barely saw any Chinese people here apart from us.
真的好神奇！我们在刚才整个街走过来，我没有看到一个中国人，你看到了吗？没有。我们俩是唯一的2个中国人在这个中国街上。老板、餐厅里面服务员，卖东西都是本地人。对，真的好神奇。
In the early 20th century, thousands of Chinese immigrants came to Mexico, working on railroads, agriculture, or running small shops. But over time, the community changed. Government policies, social tensions, and shifting immigration patterns made many move away. Now, this neighborhood feels more symbolic than lived in. Even the food has taken on a local twist, sweet, saucy, and far from what we'd eat back home. It's a quiet reminder that Chinese immigrants have been part of Mexico's story. Next, we visited Mercado de San Juan Pojibet, a traditional market that's less touristy but incredibly authentic. This traditional market is known for selling exotic foods like crickets, scorpions, and even mezcal infused with worms. You can also find local fruits, cheeses, and handmade snacks.
所以这个市场是卖当地特产的，还有卖生鲜肉，菜市场比较多，熟食店不是特别多。
After 2 days in Mexico City, it felt like we were just starting to get a feel for how layered this place really is. Next, we're hitting a hilltop castle, checking out the city's modern side, and taking the cable car out to the suburbs. And yeah, plenty more tacos before we head to the beach. If you're liking this trip, stick around for the next one.